forecast. Here's KATC Chief Meteorologist Rob Perillo.
Welcome back. Well, we are looking at an increase in our rain chances for tomorrow, so keep that umbrella handy as we finish out the week. Still the chance of afternoon storms, but rain chances a little bit lower. Heading into the weekend, lots of question marks regarding our tropical system in the Gulf of Mexico. It should be heading this way in about 5 days or less. So here's the big picture. I want to talk about some of the upper level features that we've been talking about. We have this upper level low right here. That's going to be drifting off to the east, and our moisture is going to increase a little bit, so that's going to ignite the storms for tomorrow. So rain chances back up to the 40, 50, 60% range, and eventually this low gets far enough to the east that it tries to draw whatever's down here in the Gulf of Mexico northward. Then the upper low departs off to the east. High pressure tries to build in from the northeast, so that's going to keep this from doing a curve off to the east, and more than likely will allow for a storm that moves north and then maybe northwest within 24 hours of landfall. And that's what the models have been telling us consistently, all of the models, although forecast landfalls range anywhere from east of Louisiana to the mid-Texas coast. But right now, the sites are set pretty close to Louisiana and Acadiana. Quiet night tonight, and as we head into tomorrow, it'll be a little bit busier out there for sure. And as we get into the tropics, hurricane hunters were down here earlier today, found higher winds at flight level. Some of the rig reports on elevated platforms were also evaluated as well, and pressure was measured lower. So that all spells for a system that is strengthening, even though it's not particularly organized over water. We see the biggest storms now over land, where heavy rainfall tonight, tomorrow, over the next couple of days will be in the 15 to 25-inch range or more, and then you have flash flooding with the mountains as you get farther to the south into Guatemala and northwestern Honduras as well. So 50-mile-an-hour storms, so that's pretty respectable. Drifting for the most part, moving to the south. We think it continues to move inland tomorrow, and that's the wild card. What's it going to do when it moves inland? Will it weaken significantly? But then we do think it will emerge back into the Gulf of Mexico by Friday, and then move northward in response to that low pressure. And again, Hurricane Center following that same thinking, a northward run, and then maybe a little bit of a bend to the west at time. And again, as we mentioned earlier, could you have a more direct shot heading toward Acadiana and Lafayette? So this is Sunday evening, 65-mile-an-hour winds, and a lot of the models are in that mid-range tropical storm range, but there are a few suggesting maybe a Category 1 hurricane. So that is not off the table, and we'll have to monitor that very closely, but won't get a beat on it probably till about Thursday or Friday, because the Euro model doing a good job, we think, and the Hurricane Center following the Euro model and much of the other model guidance. And then we have this storm approaching southeast Louisiana as we head into Sunday early, and then making that little bit of a turn Sunday evening. So a tropical storm threat here locally after the system meanders for several days, and that's the wild card. And the possibility of tropical storm winds, rain, and elevated coastal tides all in the cards for Louisiana, but we can't give you details right now. One thing I can tell you, though, you see all that moisture across the area. We're going to have some heavy rainfall, obviously, but at least the system is moving after landfall, and that's what you want with a tropical system. No stationary or stalling systems. Near term tonight, it's going to be quiet through tomorrow. Scattered showers build up during the mid-morning hours, and then they progress inland tomorrow afternoon. We're going to be in the 50 to 60% range, but the day won't be a washout, just some nuisance showers and thunder showers. And by this time tomorrow night, still maybe a storm or two, but it will be quieting down. Pleasant evening tonight, a very quiet and still night. Waxing strawberry moon out there, 71 the low. It's not color of a strawberry. It's the strawberries that were grown in the northeast at this time are coming in. That's why it's a strawberry moon. Tomorrow, scattered showers and storms, especially in the afternoon. 86 the projected high. Back to normal summer weather for a couple of days. Then as we head into the weekend, prepare for a possible tropical storm Sunday into Monday at this point. And again, these numbers in this time frame may change, and we'll be watching it very closely. Jim.
All right, Rob, thanks.